got class for the new Spider-Man movie.
Element City. Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Hi friends, I'm coming on here to update the vlog because I have been so lazy all weekend and I feel like I haven't done any reading. Like I don't know if I'm in a slump. Like I kind of feel a bit slumpy. I haven't really been vibing with the books I've been reading. I mean, like I wouldn't say I'm not vibing with one book in particular, but the other book is just taking a lot of brain power and it's just kind of going in one, like my eyes are gathering information, but if I get distracted and I go to continue reading, I completely forget where I was up to. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I am enjoying the read, but it is just, I don't know, it's not sticking with me, it's not grasping my attention. I haven't really been wanting to pick it up that much at all, so I might just like put it down for the time being and come back to it. And that is Jade City, unfortunately, by Fonda Lee. I am enjoying it, don't get me wrong, I am really enjoying this, but I don't know if because I'm just feeling a bit slumpy, I don't want to pick it up because it's very like detailed, high stakes, new adult fantasy. So I'm like, want a cheesy read. I feel like if I read some sort of a rom-com or a YA fantasy, maybe that will get me out of the slumpiness. So I'm currently on chapter 21, which is 175 pages in. So I did make a bit of progress from my last vlog. What is this piece of hair doing? I did make a little bit of progress from my last vlog. I was up to page 60 from when I last updated YouTube, and now I'm 174 pages in. So that's like a good 110 pages progress. The other read that I'm currently reading, which I honestly never do as well, I never read more than one book at a time. I am a one book girly, but because of Jade City, I thought I'll just pick up another read and see how I go. But I picked up Daughter of the Pirate King and I am 79 pages in, so I'm up to chapter 6 and I am really enjoying it. We follow our main character Alosa, so she is the Pirate King's daughter and she goes on this ship that the ship captain thinks that they're actually capturing her when she is purposely wanting to be captured to spy on their ship and find this map that she's after. And the second man, the co-captain of the ship, Ryden is his name, is I think the male love interest because it is a fantasy romance. And the angst already, like we're 79 pages in, the tension between the two of them has me absolutely giggling. I cannot. I love them both and I'm so excited to continue reading this. So I am very much enjoying it, but I'm not feeling like reading right now. It's Sunday afternoon. I went to the movies last night with my boyfriend and we saw the new Spider-Man multiverse movie and it was so good, although it was a 2.5 hour movie and we travelled an hour and a bit to go down to this really nice fancy cinemas, the Hoyt Cinemas in Australia. We went and sat in the Lux seating and it was such an experience. It was so much fun, but we didn't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning, but it was so worth it. I loved it. So I've just been chilling out all day today. I have done a little bit of reading both with Jade City and Daughter of the Pirate King, but I think now I'm just going to sit down and crochet because I just want to watch some Arrow, have a cup of tea that I just made, and I'm going to do some crochet and just chill out for the rest of the night. But I might pick up Daughter of the Pirate King again before I go to bed. I just feel like I'm in slumpy mood, so if you guys have any good recs for getting me out of a slump, please let me know. But I really want to pick up Chasm by Stacey McEwen because I am going to Babe next Saturday and I'm so excited about that. I'll be vlogging the whole entire weekend and I'll be doing a book haul because I've got a lot of books on the pre-order, so I'm so excited. But I want to start Chasm and I'm going to annotate it because I want Stacey to sign my books and I'm just so excited for it. So I'll keep you guys updated. Hello my friends, so I'm coming on here to do another little reading update because things have changed from last night, how I was saying that I was feeling like slumpy from Jade City, but I just did the rational decision and I bought Jade City on my Kindle because the physical book I think was putting me in the slump. It is just like the writing is tiny. the text is so small. I don't know, maybe it was just like the text was too tiny for me to grasp, and I just felt like I wasn't getting any progress. But I'm now 195 pages in on the physical book, but on my Kindle, which I'm just so grateful that I have a Kindle. So anyways, it cost me a little bit of money to buy, but I think it's going to be worth it because I went to the gym, as you can see in my attire. I went to the gym and I read 3 chapters on my Kindle. So I'm up to chapter 24 now on Jade City, and I am page 233 on my Kindle. So I don't know what the difference is from my physical book to the Kindle, but it says that I'm 38% in now. So I think I can definitely get that finished. It says that I have about 5 hours left of the Kindle read. So we're about to get, I think, into the whole debrief of SM1 and how it is going to affect the clans. So far I'm really enjoying it. I'm very excited to debrief on the live show with Jade City. So that is my update for Jade City. Now, I said that I was going to continue on with Daughter of the Pirate King last night, which I did, and I said I was only going to get hopefully up to page 100, but I read 110 pages last night in one sitting. It was so good. I'm obsessed. I'm going to finish it tonight. I only have like an hour left of the Kindle read. I am obsessed. Alosa is so independent. The plot is not really, it's not romance heavy. We definitely have a subplot of romance. I wouldn't even call it a romance yet. I'm only like 70% in, I think, but it's definitely not romance yet. There's a lot of angst, and there has been a few little hookup scenes between Raiden and Alosa, but still, yeah, just trying to figure that out. Really enjoying the pirate commentary and just learning about the ship, like the ship they're on. It's very interesting, and just the way that she's treated as a prisoner. So I'm very excited to finish that. I can't wait. I will obviously give my full wrap up at the end of this vlog, but so far it is sitting as a 5-star read for me because I am obsessed with it. I was like, yep, I'm just gonna read a little bit more before I go to bed last night, and I read so much and I didn't even realize what the time was. I was like, oh my god, I've been reading for 2 hours, like, huh? But it was great. So I'm very excited. That is my update. Do not mind my messy hair. I have been laying in my bed and it's currently wet, so I just thought I would let you guys know that I finished Daughter of the Pirate King and I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. The ending, I just need book 2 immediately, which is Daughter of the Siren Queen. So the end of book 1, the Daughter of the Pirate King, we found out about Alosa's mother, and so it makes a lot of sense for Daughter of the Siren Queen. So excited to see where Alosa and Raiden's relationship goes. I don't know, she saved his life, so I just want to see what happens. Like, we didn't get a lot towards the last 35% mark, so I hope to see that we get to see more of them, hopefully become a couple. We will see. But Daughter of the Siren Queen is not on my TBR for the month of June, so should I add it into my TBR? Absolutely, I will. I thought that I would add as well the action scene towards the end of Daughter of the Pirate King was so good, and I ate it up. And then Alosa getting her ship back, it was just so good. I'm just like obsessed. It is such a good way. Read. started another read. I know it is literally a crime for me to read more than one book at a time, but I'm going to Babe on Saturday and I wanted to start this book because I'm meeting the author. So obviously I just felt bad that I haven't read it yet, which is Chasm by Stacey McEwen. Stacey is going to be down at Babe and she is going to be signing books. So she's going to be signing Ledge and Chasm. Well, I don't even know. She's not going to be signing Chasm because it's not out yet, but I'm going to get her to sign my copy of Chasm because I have the ARC and it just is right. Now I am annotating this as well, so these are the tabs that I've chosen. These very colourful, cute tabs, and I have made up an annotation key which I showed a clip of, but I'm just so excited. I'm just to use these tabs. They're so aesthetic and I have never used aesthetic tabs before, so this is going to be such a fun time annotating. I am hoping to read around 100 pages before I go to Babe, which is fine. I don't have to read it all. I just want to start it just to show her that I am dedicated, because I am, and I'm very, very enthralled in this story and I love Stacey's writing, so I'm just so excited to meet her as well as so many other amazing authors. I have my little floor plan here which I'm just going to show you. I have color coded all the authors that I'd like to see, pick up, or like pre-orders that I have to pick up. I'm so organized. My friend Dashka, who I have not met in person before, but we have been Bookstagram besties since I first started my account up, which is wild to me. We are finally meeting up and we're going to Babe together and it's going to be so much fun. And I also will be buying a lot of books from Babe, so prepare for a book haul because it's going to be wild. Anyways, I will keep you guys updated if I get any more reading done, but that is my reading update as of today. I come bearing bad news. I unfortunately am not going to finish Jade City in time for the live show tomorrow, but I'm 261 pages in, which is 43% on my Kindle, and I'm going to read as much as I can tonight, and I'm still going to join the live show because I want to discuss what I've read, and then I'll just read the rest on my way to Sydney tomorrow, which will be fine. But life got in the way. It's fine. Things happen. This is just like, this book takes a lot of brain power to read, in my opinion. It's a lot of politics, so I want to grasp all the attention and I want to give this book the attention that it deserves because it is very in detailed. Hello, it's been a few days since I've updated the vlog and I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update of where I am up to with Jade City. So I am currently 69% into the story, so I have about 4 hours left of actually finishing this book. Yeah, so about 4 hours and 16 minutes left reading it on my Kindle. The last, I would say 20% has really picked up and I'm devastated about the 53% mark on my Kindle. Was devastating and I actually got goosebumps. Like a few of the scenes that happened with Shay and Lan, goosebumps were real. So I really am enjoying it now. I was enjoying it before, but it was just a little bit slow for me. I will give a full update once I finish. And I thought I would mention that I finished an audiobook called What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. I love this. I devoured it. It was like a 13-hour audiobook and I finished it in a few days. I was listening to it at work today. I pretty much listened to 7 hours of audio all day today. I was so captivated by the story and the plot twist at the end. These thrillers on Finding Libby are phenomenal and I'm obsessed. So I am going to be closing off the vlog now. I finished 3 books in this vlog. I finished Jade City by Fonda Lee, which I rated a 4 out of 5 stars. This was a strong 4 stars. I really enjoyed the last 50% of this book. I felt like the first 50% was quite slow for me to get into. The politics was just a lot for me. I haven't read many books with high fantasy aspects in the plot, so I really did enjoy it overall. I just felt like the beginning took me a while to get into. It took me about 2 weeks to read this book, which is a long time for me to read a book. Usually I can even finish a like 700-page book in a week or so. So this was like a little bit longer. That's why it's not getting a 5 stars. The last 50% really was a 5-star feeling for me though. I really loved the last 50%. Chapter 54, if you know, you know. I almost had a heart attack. This just really brought all the emotions out of me as well. I really loved Andon's relationship with his cousins, with Hilo and with Shay. And then I also really enjoyed Wen as a character. I thought she was amazing. I really liked her contribution to helping the clan later on in this book. Hilo, I was so devastated about Lan. The epilogue really got to me as well. Which is the last chapter when Andon graduated from the academy. If you know, you know. I won't give away any spoilers, but that made me cry. I literally cried. I was like, what is happening? Why is this happening? Why must it come to this? I really did enjoy the politics side of things. I really enjoyed the way that Hilo represented the clan after what happened to Lan and when supporting him. And I will be reading Jade War in the month of June, obviously for Daphne's book club. So I need to get that read because I don't want to be behind this time. I really want to finish Jade War before the live show in July, as I missed out on talking spoilers with the girls on the live show for Jade City because it took me 2 weeks to read. So apologies about that, but I am very excited to continue on with this series. Fonda Lee's writing is phenomenal. I absolutely loved the way that she described these characters and even her way of writing as well. We basically saw everyone's POV in this book. There wasn't any particular chapters that would specifically mention who we were reading, but we were just given insights into each different POV. So I really liked that each chapter was for a specific character. We got to see snippets of everyone throughout the whole story, which I thought was really good. I haven't read anything like that before either, so I really enjoyed that. Strong 4 out of 5 stars. Next book that I read was Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. This was a 5-star read for me. I love this. I love the pacing of the book. It was fast-paced throughout the whole story. We basically didn't get any slow bits. We follow our main character, Alosa, and she is a daughter of the Pirate King who rules the waters. And she was on her own ship. She owns her own ship, and she was captured by the enemy and taken onto their ship as a prisoner. But what they don't know is that she purposely got herself captured so she could actually spy on their ship in search of a map that is lost and that her father wants to have in his hands. So we follow her and her sneaking out of the prison, her cell, just going around. Attitude was bad bitch energy. She didn't take shit from nobody, only when she really needed to get into her own character for them to believe that she was not suspicious in any way. Our male main character, Raiden, is the enemy's first man on the ship. His brother is the captain of the ship that captured her. Raiden and Alosa's relationship, they are true enemies to lovers. Oh, they're not even lovers yet. Hopefully in Daughter of the Siren Queen, their relationship kindles on. They had that fiery attraction towards each other, and we saw a lot of angst and build up to some hookup scenes that happened. But all in all, I really enjoyed this book. I loved the plot, I loved the relationship, I loved the characters. Even the side characters were quite funny. Their dialogue between each other, I was laughing out loud. I just really enjoyed it. The water setting, the pirate ships. I love to talk about the ships and how the pirates run the ship. I thought it was just really interesting. I hadn't read anything like this before, so I really enjoyed it. It is a YA series, so it was super easy to read. Her writing was great as well. I really enjoyed it. And a book that I read was What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. This was a 4 out of 5 star read for me. I listened to this by audiobook. I think it was about a 13.5-hour audiobook. I listened to it on a 1.25 speed. This was an audiobook that I listened to at work. I've been getting into my audiobooks, specifically thrillers. I love listening to thrillers and horrors on audio. That's really the only audiobooks that I've listened to so far. This was so good. I was so captivated by this story. It was so suspenseful towards the end as well, quite dark. Like, there was quite a lot of dark themes involved. We follow the main character, Naomi Shaw, who is she's in her 30s now. I think she would be like 33, 34. And 22 years ago, she was 11 years old, and her and her best friends, so it was Cass, Liv and Naomi, and they were best friends when they were 11 years old, and they used to play in the woods. And they had this goddess game that they played where they believed in magic at the time. So they had 7 rituals to do over the summer, and they find a dead body. They find a body in the woods under this boulder that had no one, I don't think, ever knew about. By the time that they got to the dead body, it was skeleton remains. So they named the skeleton Persephone. And they used to play with Persephone, used to give her tokens, used to lay flowers for her. She was their goddess in their minds, so they never really thought of her as a missing person, never wanted to tell anybody about her being there. And then one day in the woods, Naomi is eating her lunch and the other 2 girls are somewhere else. Naomi gets stabbed 17 times while she's eating her lunch, and she almost dies, but she survives. And they put away this serial killer Stall, and he goes to jail and he dies in jail of cancer. And then they get back together as a group to deal with Stoll dying, because their whole lives ever since they were 11 have thought about Stoll getting out and trying to kill them, like things like that. So they caught up again, and then things start happening and dark secrets start to unravel, and we see Naomi trying to solve what actually happened to her that summer all those years ago. It was so good. The plot twist at the end I did not see coming. The only reason why I didn't give it a 5 stars was because I felt like the ending was rushed, and I felt like the author could have done so much more with that plot twist. But it was fantastic, and I really loved this story. I love listening to it. The narrator was fantastic. I had no issues with the narrator's voice. Sometimes I get very peed off very easily, and I don't want to listen to that voice for so long. So I really enjoyed it though. The only thing I would say is on Libby, with this book in my library, there was no chapters. It was just like played throughout the whole thing, so I never really knew when the new chapter was starting. I had an idea, but there was still like no chapter breaks, so that confused me a little bit. But other than that, it was a fantastic read, and I highly recommend it. So that is the end of this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.